The following program is a production of WLRN.
Coming up on ArtStreet.
Welcome to ArtStreet. I'm Meredith Port and look forward to sharing some more of South Florida's abundant creativity with you tonight. We wrap up tonight's show with some valuable insight from a Hollywood talent agent turned spiritual teacher. Meet Laurie Ann Levin, whose new book is entitled God, the Universe, and Where I Fit In.
Hi, I'm Laurie Ann Levin. I was born in Miami Beach. My grandfather was a famous French chef, came to Miami Beach to open up the very first French pastry shop, got ruined in the 1921 hurricane, had the foresight to see that the Deco Hotel District was doing just great, and he developed the Crescent Hotel. Miami Beach High was not enough. I went to California, went to film school at USC, and went through being an agent with the likes of Madonna, Michael Jackson. At the time that my mom, who was born on Miami Beach, died and I was bedside to her, I realized that we live in a multi-dimensional world, and I wanted to go back to school to get my doctorate in clinical psychology, and I pledged to bring spirituality to psychiatrics and psychology.
I'm Laurie Ann Levin. I started out life as a baby, and that was the last normal thing that happened to me. My dream was to be a dancer, but things got in the way. So I imagined myself a messenger of God. Unfortunately, that message somehow disappeared. I became a Hollywood agent who worked for people who thought they were God. Then I met another Hollywood agent, and we negotiated to get married. We had babies. I became a producer. Then I got divorced. I quit show business. I ran away to Bora Bora. I was taken in by a cult. So I asked my mom for advice, something I never did when she was alive. And that's when my life really started getting strange.
I wrote this book because I want people to know that they are love, that this is a school of self-love, and why wait to have a near-death experience to review your life? Why not review who you are and what you're affecting right now? One must say, whatever you believe in is your truth, and at a quantum physics level you create it. So I'm not asking those of you who don't believe in reincarnation to suddenly sign on, but there is a lot of research now. One of the main foundations of my work is called Soul Communion, is that we are guided by ancestors and God and universal energies, whatever you want to call it, but there is a guidance that is more than what makes up your idea of what intuition is, that we are actually protected, guided, and loved, that there is life after life. So these consciousnesses can choose to reincarnate. Oftentimes it's not within the same family, oftentimes it is.
What's important, what Laurie's talking about, is the idea that we can communicate with other energies, with other powers that some people might think are crazy or don't exist. And given her scientific credentials, that she's not some whack job, but actually coming from an important part of science, makes this very, very valid. And I hope a lot of people will take interest and use what she's saying. They're very helpful tools.
Everybody has the gift to be intuitive. It comes to different people in different ways. That's why they don't know what to spot. That's why I instruct people how to do it for themselves. Sometimes it's a body knowing, chills, a twitch, a pang, a high-pitched tone in your ear. Sometimes it's a dream, a vision, a daydream. Sometimes it's hearing your name and no one's in the room.
I thought I would be here for some boring old reading. Normally a kid, you wouldn't expect him to like this kind of stuff, this karma stuff, but because of her, I'm actually interested. It's not just you wake up, you do stuff, and you go to bed. So you have to be aware every day to see what's going on around you, and you might be able to notice some things that are interesting.
As there is consciousness, ancestors, you can call on a bigger battalion to help you. You can call on doctors who have passed, who are still of service on the other side. You can call in healers from ancient cultures. You can call in experts if you're starting a new business. You can call in many people. You don't have to know them by name. You don't have to call them in by profession. When I say call in, I'm asking you to get to a pause position in your life, a repose. Ask the question that you would like and stay empty, much like you're listening to a friend. You can do it at a diner, waiting for your brother to show up to eat. You can do it in a car when you're in bumper-to-bumper traffic. I recommend you don't close your eyes, but just ask in what information you might need for your day and see if you aren't answered in some way. Calling on all consciousness that wants to heal. You can change your DNA. You know, there's research now with hypnosis, changes in DNA, changes in health. I worked and did my pre-doctorate in breast cancer. The ones that had spontaneous healing were ones who had total belief in their healing. They had, whether they went macrobiotic, shark cartilage, Eastern, Western, they had total belief because they meditated on it. They knew to their center that that was exactly what they needed to do. The power of prayer is important, group prayer. Moonview Sanctuary in Santa Monica, California was a holistic dream of mine to start an institute that would do all of the traditional healing of psychiatry, medicine, psychological addiction issues, the array of trauma. There's 65 of us. We all have degrees in one or more ways of healing, but we are all spiritual. We all might have different spiritual beliefs, but we brought in all of that energy to help us usher through a new way of healing.
To learn more about author Laurie Ann Levin, visit hcibooks.com.